One of the most beautiful things about living in Garden Hills is a sense of community. And right here at the center of that is faith, reflected in the many churches that dot our streets and shape our neighborhood. Whether you're looking for a preschool, a sports league, a quiet place to worship, or just a place to meet people and plug in, there's a church here for you. I'm Abbie Shepherd, resident and realtor in Garden Hills since 2008. The purpose of this video series is to give you a taste of the true Garden Hills lifestyle. Whether you're a current resident or thinking of moving to the area, my hope is that you'll find this information helpful and informative. As always, if you're looking to buy, sell, or simply plug in and get connected, you can call me. In today's episode of the Garden Hills Lifestyle, we're taking a deep dive into the churches of Garden Hills and Buckhead. We'll start at the famous intersection known as Jesus Junction and work our way north, highlighting what makes each of these places so special, historically, spiritually, and socially. At the corner of Peachtree and East Wesley, 3 historic churches share a single intersection, earning this spot the nickname Jesus Junction. The Cathedral of Christ the King, St. Philip's Episcopal, and Second-Ponce de Leon Baptist Church all sit shoulder to shoulder, offering everything from traditional liturgy to youth programs and neighborhood outreach. Let's start with Christ the King. The Cathedral of Christ the King, affectionately known as CTK, is one of the largest and most active Catholic parishes in the Southeast. The parish itself began in 1906 with just a small group of Catholics gathering for Mass. By 1936, the community had grown significantly and was ready to build a permanent home in Atlanta. The chosen location? A 4-acre parcel of land on Peachtree Road, not only for its public transportation, but for its past. A Greek Revival-style mansion once stood in its site, and yes, during the 1920s, that property had been owned by the KKK. By the early 1930s, the mansion had gone into foreclosure, and the church purchased the land from the mortgage holder, reclaiming it as a place of healing and community. Construction of the French Gothic-style cathedral began shortly after, and on January 18, 1939, the church was officially dedicated. Designed by Philadelphia firm Henry Daggett, the building features Indiana limestone, Stone Mountain granite, and Georgia marble, and was named Atlanta's most beautiful building in a 1939 National Architectural Poll. Today, Christ the King is home to over 5,700 registered family and offers 7 Sunday Masses, daily services, and a 24-hour adoration chapel. You'll find Masses in English, Spanish, robust youth group programs, an active Knights of Columbus chapter, marriage and baptism prep retreats, and countless volunteer opportunities. From sandwich making to overseas missions. They also operate a thriving Catholic school, and just a few years ago, Christ the King took over the beloved preschool at Second-Ponce next door. Whether you're interested in deepening your faith, finding a spiritual home, or getting involved in service, Christ the King offers something for everyone. And they'll likely welcome you with coffee, a bulletin, and a smile. Catty corner sits the Cathedral of St. Philip, a vibrant Episcopal church with a liturgy stretching back to 1846, when it was founded by 5 communicants. Originally located across from the Georgia State Capitol downtown, the parish moved north in the 1930s as Atlanta's population expanded. The original pro-cathedral was constructed in the current site by 1933, and by 1962, the magnificent Gothic Revival Cathedral as we know it today was complete. It now serves as the seat of the Episcopal Diocese of Atlanta. But St. Philip's isn't just about Sunday worship. Though they offer 5 Sunday services and daily Eucharist, it's a community hub with outreach, education, and creativity built into its DNA. So you've got the Cathedral Bookstore, which sells both religious and secular gifts and books, the Thrift House, a nonprofit shop located off Piedmont, and the Cathedral Giving by Design Antique Show, an annual fundraising event that's raised over $5 million for local nonprofits since its inception. There's also the Peachtree Road Farmers Market, one of the city's best, held right in this parking lot every Saturday, founded in partnership with Gina and Linton Hopkins of Restaurant Eugene and Holman and Fitch. For families, the Cathedral Preschool is one of Atlanta's most sought-after programs, and their music programs, Friends of Cathedral Music, host world-class sacred concerts, often featuring choirs from England and beyond. And for those later in life, the Cathedral Towers, built in 1972, provide subsidized senior housing right on campus. From youth to elders, from worship to wellness, St. Philip's touches nearly every corner of our community. And rounding out our tour of Jesus Junction is Second-Ponce de Leon Baptist Church, or Second-Ponce for short. Its history is a rich tapestry of Atlanta's faith story. Dating back to 1854 as Second Baptist Church, it survived the Civil War thanks to Father Thomas O'Reilly of Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, who convinced General Sherman to spare it. By 1929, it had merged with Ponce de Leon Avenue Baptist and Buckhead Baptist, eventually settling on the current Peachtree site named Second-Ponce was official in 1938. Over the decades, the church has been ahead of its time, launching a radio broadcast ministry in the 1930s, engaging in racial reconciliation work in the 50s and 60s, and even operating a TV ministry starting in 1962. More recently, they were one of the founding churches in Respite Care Atlanta, a weekday program supporting adults with mild to moderate cognitive impairment and for their caregivers. Today, they remain deeply involved in the community, hosting yard sales, festivals, and partnering with Christ the King to operate the shared preschool. Their Family Life Center supports everything from group fitness to support groups. See video previously. From worship and outreach to preschool and pastoral care, Second-Ponce offers rooted yet open-hearted place to connect, serve, and grow. So taking a trip further up Peachtree Road, you'll hit Peachtree Road United Methodist Church, aka PRUMC. Founded in 1925, Peachtree Road United Methodist Church has grown alongside Atlanta, and today it's one of the most active churches in the city. After outgrowing its first building, the church moved to its current location in 1942. Over time, it's developed with full campus, including the Rawlings Center of Hall of Apostles and the Evelyn Gordy Rankin Children's Building. Their preschool is incredibly popular with toddler through pre-K options, full day and half day, plus after-school clubs and summer camps. PRUMC also runs a youth soccer program that uses the E-River Fields and Indoor Basketball League. My kids started at the rec soccer here. They also have some summer camps, which are worth exploring as well. They have robust mission work in places like Guatemala, Kenya, and Belize. The Dogwood Shop on campus offers curated gifts, and every purchase supports global and local outreach. They host midweek services, concert, food, and fellowship events throughout the year. This is a church that thrives on relationships, outreach, and truly woven into the neighborhood. So if you head back further south on Peachtree Road, you don't want to miss this one. You'll find the welcoming, historic Covenant Presbyterian Church. Originally founded in 1874 downtown, the church moved into Buckhead in 1924 and quickly became a beacon of inclusivity. In the 1960s, Covenant was the first church in North Atlanta to welcome African American members, and it has remained committed to outreach ever since. They host the Spanish Academy, a full Spanish immersion preschool and kindergarten, as well as AA and Al-Anon meetings in their scout hut. They only hold one Sunday worship, but the doors are always open to the community. Their fellowship halls are also available for rent, kitchen included, for a very reasonable rate. Quiet, humble, and deeply compassionate, Covenant is a special corner in the Garden Hills spiritual map. So if you're looking for a newer church with a modern style, Passion City Church might be your spot. Moving off Peachtree Road, founded in 2008 by Louis and Shelley Giglio, it launched out of the Passion movement, which inspires young adults to live their faith boldly. Their services are energetic, their children's programs are top-notch, and they're deeply involved in supporting local schools and building relationships in the neighborhood. You'll also find marriage classes, summer camps, and a splash pad, and lots of young families just depending on your faith journey. It's casual, heartfelt, and focused on connection. They also help out and support the local Garden Hills Elementary School with volunteers during festivals and events. They love to give back. So just across the road is Buckhead Church, part of North Point Ministries, founded by Andy Stanley. It started in 2001 as Buckhead Fellowship and now fills a 4-story building in Tower Place. They hold 3 services every Sunday and host over 6,500 adults and 1,500 kids weekly. But Buckhead Church is more than a Sunday service. It's a place for life stage support. They offer newlywed groups, parenting workshops, financial literacy courses, and even transition camps to help kids move into kindergarten or middle school. With over 5,000 people and small groups across the city, Buckhead Church is about growing in faith together. As you can see, we're lucky to live in a neighborhood where faith is active, visible, and woven into everyday life. From grand cathedrals to modern sanctuaries, these churches serve not only as spiritual homes, but as anchors of community, education, service, and friendship. Thanks for taking this tour with me. Whether you're a current resident or thinking about calling Garden Hills home, I hope this gave you a better picture of what makes this place so vibrant and meaningful. I'm Abbie Shepherd, your neighbor, your realtor, and a guide to all things Garden Hills. See you next time on the Garden Hills Lifestyle. It survived the Civil War thanks to Father Thomas O'Reilly of Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, who conceived General Sherman to spare it. Who convinced? Not conceived. Here we go again. This is a hard. Of Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, who convinced General Sherman to spare it. Sorry, I just got it. Why I said conceived?
Yeah, it probably
yes.
was subconscious.
Yep.